Hi everyone, so here we are, end of October, last post in October, and with that it's only 2 months to Christmas. So where is the time going and why does it keep going so fast? Who knows, but with that being said, let's get to it to see what the PKM world had in store for us, because there's quite a lot there. So Capacities, what they have is they've been in the Fast Company news article, so it's quite a long one, basically goes through who Capacities are, a bit of background, why, competing with Notion, the differences, etc. Talks about the main developers in the team, and then interestingly as well, there was a snippet of the number of users. So right now they've got 120,000 registered users, with most being on the free service, and single-digit thousands opting for the $10 a month premium path. So that is very impressive. Well done to the Capacities team, and hopefully it keeps growing and these numbers increase. So well done and keep it up. Very impressive so far. And do check out the articles. There's other snippets as well within it and why they've gone down certain routes and things. So it just gives a bit of insight into Capacities. Then we've got release number 43. So this improved various different things, and you can see it live within the article that the Capacities team posted. And what you've got is improved media views. So basically you can now not only capture images and text and PDFs as you could do, but they've just simplified the whole thing and made it a much smoother experience for everyone. And they are planning to better it still. So looking forward to seeing what's in store for us there. Various different landscapes as well, shortcuts I should say. You can do landscape and portrait, resize various different sections, so basically just giving quality of life improvements so that you can have your notes as well as any type of media within Capacities at the same time. Which brings us on to flexibility and new possibilities. So you can now take notes with YouTube videos on a side-by-side basis, and hopefully what they'll do at some point is similar to Obsidian and Notion, Obsidian and Logseq, where you can basically have the video with a keyboard shortcut. You get the timestamp that goes directly into your notes, and then you write your notes whatever it is that you want. And then when you click on that timestamp, it brings you back to the point in the video. So I think that'd be great, and hopefully it's something that they can implement soon enough. And again, split view panel. So what's this? It's a PDF, note taking, and the graph at the same time. So again, just allows you more freedom in terms of the note-taking experience. Sidebar design, so they've improved that, so it just adds a little thing on the right-hand side, various different key information of the note, some stats as well, and I think this is great because it just allows you to see from a high level or a very quick glance what's what within the note, and at the same time you can also pin it and unpin it if you're not interested, so very good improvement there. And it does already give you an automatic table of contents, which you can expand or collapse and see your whole note from a table of contents perspective in a very quick way. So that's looking forward to using that more and more. Various different other stats as well. Performance issues, which is always good. So it's now no longer lagging or freezing as much. So any performance improvements are well received, so well done. And then feels snappier and more beautiful, and it's a bit faster. So again, various different improvements with some bug fixes and issues also being done. And then there's some depreciated sharing of collections, which I don't think I'd ever used. And by the sounds of it, only a few people used, so hopefully it's not going to be a missed feature. We've then got a game changer for organizing your notes. So blog post here in Medium by OP, and what they write is how they use Capacities to basically reorganize or organize their life and their notes within the app. So if you're interested, do check it out because it goes into quite a lot of detail of how they use it, how they've structured it, the benefits that they see with this structure, and gives quite a good few pointers of how you can implement it as well, or take some ideas and use those and not the whole thing. So there's a lot of golden nuggets within the article. And then from my Portuguese friends, a video of Capacities in Portuguese, so how to basically organize your life again within Capacities. So if you're tired of disorganized notes or notes being everywhere or not finding what you need, do check this out if you are interested. And it's one of the first video that OP has published, so hopefully there's going to be more to come, and it's going to be a mini series. So looking forward to those ones. Obsidian, Logseq. So Obsidian versus Logseq, which one is the better PKM tool? So if you have these sorts of questions on your mind as well, so key advantages, disadvantages of both, experience on the long term, specific features, and why, if you switched between them, why, basically do check this Reddit post out. There's about 50 responses within the post, and you can see the various different users' perspective, point of view, comments, why they went with one as opposed to the other. So again, just gives you insight. So if you're on the fence, do check that one out. And then very similar is this user basically posted why they believe Logseq is better than Notion and Obsidian to organize their contents and thoughts. So do check that out as well if you are in doubt. Not much on the database version this week. The devs are carrying on. I didn't see much in the GitHub of new things. But from the Discord chat, there's a lot of improvements behind the scene going on, fixing bugs, making it more responsive, and adding things to make it more on parity with the Markdown version. So it's getting there, but no real date of when it's going to be released. Tana office hours. So Matt and Braga did a half-hour or so show last Thursday, a couple of days ago. So we also had Target, who appeared just to explain a little bit of the delay on the mobile app. So basically what it sounds like is that the blocker is the back end and getting it basically to load up on a mobile app. So a mobile is not as powerful as a computer. So it's taking a lot of resources or crashing or doing various different things, which is causing problems to them. But they are carrying on. They are working hard to try and fix it as soon as possible. And the good thing is that once that's done, then hopefully it will allow for a lot more things on all versions of Tana, so no more lagging. Once you search, it should be much quicker. Loading should be a lot faster as well and smoother. So hopefully that's something that they can implement. I don't think I heard when the mobile app is planned to be released to the more wider public, but I'm sure that's going to be communicated soon enough. And then there's other things that Matt and Braga go through in terms of other updates, other features, community content, so do check that out. Then Andrew posted his first YouTube video, I believe, if I got that right, where he basically does a walkthrough or a course of Tana, so how you can get started if you're a beginner. Goes through from start to finish, setting it up, super tags, ontologies, outline view, different views, linking, etc. So do check that out if you are stuck or if you don't know how, or if you're looking for pointers of how to use Tana. This has got great things for beginners and experts alike, so do check that out. And I think Andrew is one of the few people that has used Tana in and out and basically stress tested it to its death, so knows the app very well. So do check that out from a very good explaining point of view. This one here, so there's been a lot of improvements within Tana as well. So the changelog's been released, so quite a few fixes and improvements within the desktop app. They're still working on the mobile app, so there's not much on that one. And then Braga, what he does is he comments or presented a video on the 7 levels of content management within Tana. So basically it goes through level 1 to level 7, level 1 being the very simple one, level 7 being quite a complex one. And the good thing is that he overlays them one above the other. So if you want to stop at any point, you can, and if you're not interested in the others, it doesn't really matter. So in this video, you can basically go as easy or as complex as you like. And you can also see how, for example, he structures his content management within Tana and how he makes the most out of the tool. Obsidian, there's been a video on Obsidian and Cursor, which basically makes Obsidian a magical AI knowledge management tool. So basically you can use Cursor within Obsidian to make the full use of AI capabilities and semantic searches. So if you are interested, do check that out, because it just goes through of how you can set it up and the benefits of using such a combination. So have a look at that one. This is an interesting one. So OP was a little bit confused, or bemused, I should say, as they put it, of how people use their total life management within Obsidian. Calendars, tasks, journals, colors, shopping lists, whatever you name it, it's within Obsidian. Whereas others basically complain that Obsidian is difficult to set up and it's too much. And what he's basically looking for is a bit of guidance or an Obsidian midlife crisis assistance on how basically you can set Obsidian up. Should you use Obsidian for everything? Should you use Obsidian for what it's good at and then use a calendar app for a calendar app and to-do list for to-do lists, or should just use everything within one? So if you're also going through a PKM or an Obsidian midlife crisis, this may be for you. Critique your plugin number 2. So Liam did the first one, he's also done the second one. Basically goes through the timeline view plugin, who volunteered to be critiqued, and basically looks at the plugin, the code behind it, how it could be improved, how it could be bettered, and how various different things of the load sequence, the debugging, the structure of the plugin, and different views that you can use to your benefit within Obsidian. So do check that out. And if you are an Obsidian developer, an Obsidian plugin developer, and you are interested in Liam discussing and reviewing or critiquing your plugin, please do let the team know, as I'm sure they'll be more than happy to do it. Notion, they've had now we go to the other apps. So Notion, they've had a lot of releases in the past week, but the main one was obviously the Notion offline mode. So we shall see what happens with that one. They had promised it, I believe, from a tweet about 5 years ago. So we shall see if now this comes to fruition and just what it will mean. How will offline mode work? Do you have to select certain notes to make them offline before you go offline, or will it just save the recent notes that you've opened and they're offline? So it'd be very interesting to see how that one will work in the long run. RemNote, they've been upgrading their recently released AI tool. So now with the AI grading system, it's faster, it's more accurate, and uses voice recognition. So you can use that one. And now you can also basically convert images to text with one click, which I thought was very good. So it just basically makes it easier to convert things within RemNote, so that you can basically have the text there and then do whatever you want with the text. AppFlow 0.7.2 is out, so lots of improvements. Obviously, the import from Notion was released last week or the week before, but that's been improved. You can now copy link to blocks, turn blocks into content, into other types, sharing links, publishing on mobile, drag and drop, and a lot more, with a lot more planned in the upcoming weeks and months. So do keep an eye on AppFlow, because it is what I think an up and coming one. Affine, a bit quiet from these guys of late, but what they have, and I guess it's because they're working on a mobile app, and what they have is, if you're interested, do just check out the form here, the type form that you can just fill in some details, and then hopefully once the mobile app is released, get onto it. Scrintal, Vlad, one of the developers, I believe, of Scrintal, basically just he talks us through how he uses Scrintal to arrange his desk, if you will, so his mental space, and just basically how he makes the use of Scrintal boards and blocks to get the best out of the tool, so that he knows where everything is, he can retrieve it quickly, and he can also capture things when he needs to capture them. So do check that out. And I think Scrintal is also another one of these apps which it's got a lot of potential, so hopefully they will deliver. And then Anytype, last but not least, is 0.43 has been released. So quite a few changes within this, and the release notes go through the whole detail with examples of what it really means, some videos, so you can check that out, because there's a lot there that basically they've been working on over the past few months or so to get to release number 43. And that's it for this week. So thank you very much again for being here, and look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.